Say the line, Bart!
Batman Fortnite.
I love Fortnite. You know what else I love? Batman. You know what else I also love? Batman being in video games that I like. Luckily for people like me, Batman has had a plethora of skins to choose from for getting that epic victory royale and hitting the gritty after whiffing all of your shots and almost losing the 1v1. That, and even comes with weapons, emotes, and gliders. But the problem with Batman skins is that they're not really great. Okay, I know. You could stop typing, you could put away your pitchforks, just let me explain. Even though Batman himself has had literally 4 skins to choose from, 5 if you count that fraud, but trust me, we'll get to him. I feel like he really got done dirty, at least compared to other characters. But in order to explain that, first, we're gonna have to go back in time. Back to the first Fortnite Batman skins. Alright, we're in September of the year 2019. Batman's 80th anniversary, and on Batman Day no less. I'll admit that by this point I didn't really actively play Fortnite, at all. I only briefly free-roamed the Gotham City overhaul on the map when my brother showed it to me. There were tons of Batman content for us to chew on, which of course includes the first 2 Batman skins. That's right, we got not 1, but 2 Batman skins. The first, and the one more commonly known as the primary Batman skin, is Batman's comic book outfit. That's also literally what it's called, by the way. Batman comic book outfit. Here, we pretty much get Batman in his full glory. The design itself is loosely based off of Batman's appearance in the New 52, although it has some differences, being more of a simplification of the look. I think the design itself is fine, since it's based on the New 52, but using this design is kind of a weird choice, as Batman hasn't been using this look since he first donned the Rebirth outfit. He isn't even sporting that anymore, since he came back to the iconic gray and black suit with the trunks back in 2019. And I honestly would have preferred that design greatly over this one. It's just kind of an odd suit to pick from when you're trying to adapt a Batsuit from the comics. Though it won't be the only time Fortnite uses an offshoot of a New 52 design for their skins. Now, if you look closely, you'll instantly pick up on something about this skin. The cape and cowl look like absolute garbage. The ears kind of have a weird shape to them, and his eyes are just the default eyes but coated white, so he ends up looking like he has 2 glowing pupils. Speaking of defaults, you wanna know something? This skin isn't even Batman. He's a fake. He's a phony. He's a fraud. How can I tell, you ask? It's because the skin's head is just Jonesy in a Batman mask. So it just ends up looking almost uncanny when they didn't even put the effort to give him his own unique face model. The cape isn't great either. It looks oddly tiny, if that makes any sense. Batman's cape usually drapes over his shoulders and forms into a big, long, beautiful black cloak. But in here, it looks like he attached some sheet of black foam to his back and cut out some lines at the bottom. The lack of detail is just so off-putting, even for Fortnite style. The fact that Superman of all characters has a bigger and longer cape than Batman is just weird. The skin's sort of comic accurate, but its major drawbacks overall are just how crappy it looks. Now, I will give credit where credit's due. This was one of their earliest collaborations back from 2019, way before Fortnite was the Smash Bros of pop culture that we know and love today, and they have way more experience when tackling collabs and licenses. But that just makes it more off-putting and disappointing when you think about how Batman looks so painfully old when compared to Fortnite skins of today. The other skin that came with it is the Dark Knight movie outfit, which is an improvement, but not by much. I'll honestly admit that I've never been too big of a fan of the Dark Knight Batsuit, but it was adapted pretty well here. Plus, unless I'm wrong, it does also have its own unique face model to go with it. Though, that's probably not really hard because of how claustrophobic the opening on Batman's mask is on this suit. But again, the problem comes with the cape. There's some lines on it that lead down to the points at the end of his cape, but again, that's about the only detail it has. It still looks like some fancy foam blanket he attached to his shoulders before calling it a day. These two skins are just super outdated and show their age even more as new collabs come out. Honestly, if nothing else, I just want the comic book skin to at least get an update that brings it up to the quality standard that other skins have. Compared to the Spider-Man skin we got in the Battle Pass back in 2021 and how absolutely phenomenal that one is, the Spider-Man skin still holds up today, and it has genuinely one of the best iterations of the classic suit we've gotten in years. Meanwhile, the Batman comic book outfit is just so painfully old. I still wear it when I want an authentic Batman experience in Fortnite, but it's always daunting just to see how outdated it is compared to every other skin in the game that's coming out now. If it got a graphical update of any kind though, then I can only hope they make it at least look better than how it does now. Okay, let's get back into our little time machine, because we're gonna have to go forward in time this time, to Fortnite in the year 2021. Okay, it is 2021, which is exactly a little after I started playing Fortnite in the first place. And with both the 0 Point storyline going on at the time, as well as a Batman spin-off comic, each issue of the comic actually gave you a code that would give you a special cosmetic to use in-game. And just like the last Batman collab, this one gives us not one, but 2 Batman skins. Technically 3, but we'll get into that. First off, based on the tie-in comic, we have the 0 Point outfit, Batman Fortnite himself. There's actually a lot that I do like about this suit. I do appreciate how much of an improvement it is graphics-wise, particularly with Batman's cape and cowl. He has an actual face model this time around, and the eyes and overall shape of the cowl look a lot better. But I honestly wish the ears were longer. They look less like the sharp bat ears Batman usually has and more like kitty ears that you'd see on someone like Black Panther, which is a critique I usually have for Batman costumes that have the short ears. The cape is also much longer, and there are way more folds on the cape, which give it a lot more character. It actually looks like a cape now. But my problems with this skin come with everything else. See, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind this skin on its own, so long as the actual comic book Batman skin was intact and looked good. But it doesn't. And the skin that does look good, being this one, isn't even really a Batman skin. It's more like post-apocalyptic survivor Batman. Again, that's fine, but if I want to play as Batman, I want to actually look like Batman through and through. It's definitely a solid skin despite my nitpicks about the cowl, and the problems I have with it aren't even necessarily its fault, but more so the fault of the actual Batman skin looking like trash. Then the second one is Batman's armored suit, and it does not look that good. As far as armored Batman designs go, this one's super clunky, and I think the shoulder blades are a bit much. I don't really mind the big blue eyes the cowl has though, but it's a lot less justified when the actual cowl itself still looks like Batman's normal cowl. Usually, armored batsuits have more of a helmet thing going on rather than a mask, but this one doesn't for some reason. The thing that breaks it all apart though is the cape. It's not even really a cape. It's more so a weird folded exoglider that doesn't even make any logical sense when you think about it. So, it folds into a cape, then it becomes part of a part fabric, part mechanical glider? How does the cape even attach to the bat wings at the end of it? Speaking of attachment, it doesn't even attach to the actual batsuit when you equip it. It just sticks out and it looks super awkward. Could they not have just made the exoglider something that attaches to the armored suit itself? Kind of similarly to how they did in Arkham Knight? Honestly, this skin just is not it. As far as actual designs go, this one's probably the worst of the bunch. I haven't even bought this one, even though I own the other 3 Batman skins. Those are all the skins that Batman has out of the way. I honestly think that... Oh god. It's you. Yeah, so, because he shows up in a one-shot comic, which is how I even owned this skin in the first place, the Batman Who Laughs got into Fortnite as a skin. And as much as it pains me to say this, and as much as I loathe his presence in this game, I have to admit, his skin looks really, really good. I love the way they presented the bottom of his coattails, and I love how his weird jacket vest thing has a vague shape of the bat symbol on it. The skin actually does something better than the actual design of the Batman Who Laughs, in giving him gloves as opposed to bare hands. I always thought he looked weird with just bare hands, and whenever he's given gloves like in DC Universe Online or this game, it honestly just looks a lot nicer. The chains encompassing his body are also a really nice touch. Even though I very much dislike the Batman Who Laughs as a character, it's almost like I made a whole video about it. His skin does really look good. So good, in fact, that it was the footage I used for my video about him and Owlman. As much as it pains me to say it, they cooked here. And those are all of Batman's skins accounted for. There are skins for other Batman characters too, like Joker, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and even Deathstroke. But you're not here to watch me talk about them, are you? Yeah, I didn't think so. Hence, we're going to be talking about some of Batman's items, like emotes, gliders, and harvesting tools. There are only 2 Batman emotes. One is just some martial arts moves, which is cool, but it's not really even a Batman emote. Then you have the Bat Signal, where you look up into the sky and strike a cool pose while the Bat Signal shines in the sky, surrounded by bats. This one's really cool, and I'll probably be using it if I'm not hitting the gritty after all the unearned kills I get in my matches. As for gliders, you get 4, technically 5. First off, you have the Batwing. Honestly, a cool glider. Pretty sleek design too, not much to complain about here. Though personally, I prefer using the big Bat glider. That one's cool, but because of it being a product of its time, it's also a missed opportunity, and I wish it would be like a reactive glider that would allow Batman to actually use his cape to glide down the map Arkham style. It's pretty close to that though, so I can't complain too much. Then you have the Batman Zero glider, which is the same except it's a lot more tattered and there's a white Batman symbol painted on it. And it also graphically looks a lot better. Lastly, you just have that Exo glider I mentioned earlier. As for harvesting tools, you've got the Batman pickaxe, which is just a generic pickaxe in the shape of a batarang with the bat symbol on it. I personally prefer the grappling axe that Batman Zero got for the sake of variety. Then the armored Batman set has the Batarang Axe, which is an improved batarang turned into an axe, even though it looks too big for an actual batarang. Honestly, still looks pretty cool though. I didn't talk about the Batman Who Laughs' gear, but who cares about that fraud with his stupid wannabe Venom glider and his stupid tiny little Toys R Us Grim Reaper sickle. And that's pretty much about it when it comes to content for Batman himself. Honestly, the problems with Batman's skins in this game is that they either look too old or they look too different. You're not really getting a Batman experience that's both authentic and good looking. With these skins, you can only get one or the other, and that genuinely sucks. It almost makes me wish that Batman didn't collab with Fortnite when he did so that he could have gotten a better skin later on. If Fortnite wasn't willing to just go back and remaster the old Batman skin, and he were able to get another collab in the future, which isn't entirely impossible but also not entirely likely, I don't want Battinson or any other live-action Batman. I just want a back-to-basics, iconic, good-looking, honest-to-God classic Batman skin. If they don't want to do another black and gray Batsuit, they could easily put in a blue and gray Batman with the yellow oval, and do with that skin what they weren't able to do with these ones. I'd honestly say to take some notes from Dan Mora's artwork, as he draws an absolutely incredible rendition of Batman's classic gray and blue suit. Give him a reactive glider that gives him a massive cape to glide down the map with, and let him dual wield 2 batarangs as his harvesting tool. I'd also love to get other Batman characters as skins too, like Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl, even Bane. But first, I want a proper classic Batman skin, and one that actually looks good. Bat Spectre, Batman already has 4 skins. You're just being spoiled and picky. Shut up, I don't care! I love Batman and I love this game and how they treat their collabs. In recent years, they make some of the best designs for their characters when they really let loose, with characters like Spider-Man, the TMNT, and even Megatron and Bumblebee from that Transformers bundle. I just want Batman to be able to get the same treatment. Hopefully sometime in the future, If the universe loves me, I'll get my wish. But knowing my luck, it'll probably just be another Harley Quinn skin or something.